rolling. Okay. What type of kitchen behavior pisses you off when you're baking and trying to get the job done?
Okay, I work alone. So the only person I can be pissed off at is myself. The thing I mostly get mad at myself about is procrastination. I'm famous for it, but it means I have one shot to get the job done right, and luckily that's only ever happened. I've gotten it done right, and everybody's been satisfied and happy. But if I'm working with others, I know that I'm going to get annoyed if they're slow. Because I'm like, let's move it, let's go, let's go, let's go. We gotta be faster, let's get it done. The faster we get it done, the sooner I can actually get my 2 hours of sleep. So I don't have a ton of patience when people work slowly. I mean, and when there's a timed competition or a time element, you just have to get faster. You have to get it done. And you know, I'm not saying not to strive for perfection. If you have all the time in the world, it should be perfect. I still think work should be clean, but I think that you need to hustle. And there are no breaks. It's just get it done. You don't stop for food, you don't stop for a drink, just get it done. Do your best work. We can all rest when we die.
What do you consider cliche in the baking world?
Cliche in the baking world. Right now, it seems like it's a little bit of a cliche to have your own cake business. And I get that I have one too, trust me I do. But what I'm finding happening is that people are making their kids' first birthday cake because it looks like fun, and then their friends at the party said, oh my gosh, the cake's amazing. You should open a business for this, you're really good. And of course the cake looks like it's falling apart, and the writing looks terrible. It's like, how many different fonts can we get on one cake? But it looks good compared to maybe a sheet cake from somewhere, so they love it. And you should have a business, and so the people do. They don't realize that there are food laws, that some states don't even allow it. And then of course they come into the game charging a fifth of what I'm charging, and people go to them because they don't have a portfolio to show them, but they have a cake business. So, I mean, that's kind of frustrating. Everybody, I feel like every time somebody says, oh, you make cakes? My cousin, my sister, my boss, my so-and-so, everybody has a cake business. But only a handful of people are really doing it right, legally, and well. And so that's a little bit of my cliche that I found.
All right. And how elaborate and creative are your designs when baking? Describe your most elaborate cake.
Okay. I only do tiered cakes or three-dimensional cakes. So I've never done the basic cake. I only started out the gate with big cakes. And you know, for me, there's motors in them. There's lights. There's you know, hardware supplies. Like I said, the more times I'm going to Home Depot, the more elaborate the cake. I've done three-dimensional rhinoceros that was about 2.5 feet by 2 feet, standing on all 4 legs. I've done a replica of a children's hospital to feed 400, including windows and all that good stuff. I've done a three-dimensional umbrella that looked like it was suspended on the handle. I used some wood on the bottom, wood as the base for the umbrella, and then plumbing flanges on the base and on the top, and then connected a pipe, and that became the handle. And most people just couldn't figure out how that big cake, umbrella cake, was on that one little handle. Little did they know. What else? I mean, lots of motors, things spinning 360 degrees, a Las Vegas sign that rotated. What lit up? Like lots of cars that have lights, and fire trucks that woo woo woo, stuff like that. So that's what I really like to do. I feel those are a lot of fun. And the more creative, and especially when people give me carte blanche, that I just go crazy.
Okay. And what do you think? What do you think will be your strengths and weaknesses in this competition?
Okay. My strengths. I think that I'll be good, a good leader, because that's what I'm naturally born to do, I think, I'll be able to just tell people, okay, let's do this, do this, do this, let's get it done. I'm decisive. I don't waffle. So let's decide on something and then let's start working. And I know it's gonna be tense. I get that. I've seen the show enough, and just working with other people, a lot of creative people especially, I know it's going to be tense. But I think that my sense of humor, sarcastic nature, hopefully I can keep the team at least even keeled while we're all really stressed out trying to get something done. And just remember to keep it in perspective. You know, we're all on the same team. We're all working to get the same cake done. We're all trying to win. I'm a life is perspective person, so I hope that that's what I'll bring to the competition, and then hopefully the winning attitude will get me to the end. Weaknesses. All the same strengths might be considered weaknesses by some people. I am opinionated, and maybe people won't like to be taking direction from me, and I get that. That's fine with me. We'll hash it out. Another weakness might be the fact that I really want to win and won't stop at anything to do it, and that might be a threat, and that's okay with me. I'll handle them one-on-one.
Okay. If you had to brag about your most important accomplishments in your career, what would they be? Okay,
in my career, I was extremely proud to win the Best of the Best award here for Charlotte. They're called the Bobs. Any business that has won a Bob has it on their front door, on their front window. You know when they're a Bob Award winner. And you're voted on purely by reader ballot. There is no ABCD. It is you write in, you fill it in. And the fact that I, as a one-woman show in a home-based bakery, out of my little old kitchen chasing my 2 toddlers around, beat out every other bakery in Charlotte and every other home-based studio in Charlotte, simply by viewer vote and reader vote, and there was nothing to gain from them voting for me, it just really made me feel like I was doing something right. And to know that I had made so many customers happy that they were compelled to tell them, especially when I didn't even beg for the votes, yeah, that was pretty awesome. I was really proud of myself when they told me. I just fell apart. I was so excited. And then we had a big award ceremony. It was really, really great. This year, the Bob Award for Best Bakery went to Harris Teeter, and I was pissed. I mean, a freaking grocery store chain is the best of the best in Charlotte, the most unique cakes, whatever. I have no idea how that happened, but I was a little pissed, if I'm being honest.
Great. Okay, that's 8 minutes right there.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, I don't know if you want to stop it you want to stop it now?
What was the next question?
Let's see, it's describe your competitive nature.
Yeah, that might take a little bit.
Okay, we'll stop it there.